Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on our latest all-new edition of the Milford Informer. I am your host, Milford TV Executive Director Tim Coet. We're coming to you right at the end of the month of March for our latest installment of The Informer. We've got several top stories to bring you, covering a lot of different activities across the community here tonight. But we begin, of course, with the local town election, which is now, if you're joining us on our premiere night, just about a week and a half away. It's coming up on Tuesday, April 7th. And campaign season is in full swing. Not a lot of contested races on the ballot for this 2026 local town election. As a matter of fact, when all the dust settled after nomination papers were pulled and returned, only one contested race on this year's ballot, and that is for an open seat on the Board of Health. There are 3 candidates running for the Board of Health race. 2 of those candidates appeared in a recently held Citizens for Milford Candidate Forum, which we were so happy to once again partner with CFM to carry live across our Milford TV platforms. If you missed any of the forum coverage earlier this month, here's just a little snippet of the candidates for the Board of Health.
To prepare for this position, I've taken time to update myself on Milford's current public health work. I attended a Board of Health meeting, reviewed past minutes, studied Department of Public Health guidelines and town bylaws, and spoke directly with Amanda Wilson, Milford's Director of Public Health. If elected, residents will gain a Board of Health member with hands-on public health experience and a clear understanding of the board's responsibilities. I have managed nurses providing care in the community and worked directly with the residents in their homes. I have enforced regulations while building trust through respect, fairness, and education to help reduce the spread of disease. As a board member, I will be proactive, accessible, and collaborative. I believe public health works best when we listen to residents' concerns and work as a team with the health department and fellow board members. No one person can make effective change alone. I am fully committed to the Board of Health's mission to promote, protect, and sustain public and environmental health in Milford, and I respectfully request your vote in the town election on April 7th.
But I bring 45 years of emergency medicine health care to the forefront. I've been part of committees like Sepsis Committee, committees like the Infectious Disease Committee, both at Milford Hospital and at UMass in Worcester, where I worked over 25 years. I'm also a nurse practitioner. I have a master's degree in nursing science, and since 2002, I've been on the disaster team for the state of Massachusetts, being deployed to hurricane areas along with the National Guard, Air Force, and Army. I've been an active member of the town government, a former school committee member, as well as a current Precinct 6 town meeting member. I hope to bring my clinical experience and expertise to improve the health and the safety of the community by applying evidence-based solutions and strengthen our current health policies. If I am elected, I look forward to developing strong working relationships with our schools, strong working relationships with our hospital and infectious committees at the hospital. And also, my goal too is to formulate a relationship with our emergency preparedness person, Mark Nelson, from the fire department and the community. So on April 7th, I respectfully ask for your vote.
And just a reminder, you can check out that Citizens for Milford Candidate Forum in its entirety. It's been re-airing on all 3 of our channels. It's also available for streaming anytime over on our YouTube channel. So if you have not watched it yet, go ahead and check it out. It also contains comments from many of the candidates running uncontested on this year's April ballot. So again, give that a watch across any of our Milford TV platforms. And just one final reminder that Election Day is coming up on Tuesday, April 7th. So you can head out to one of your polling locations throughout the day on April 7th. We'll recap the results of that Board of Health race on our next edition of the Milford Informer. We'll also get the unofficial results up on our social media platforms after the polls close on election night. Moving on to our next top story now, we had another business open right here in our plaza, Milford Square Plaza here in Milford just recently. Mathnasium, a great new tool for students looking for some extra tutoring help, just opened in our plaza. They had an official ribbon cutting ceremony earlier this month, and we once again had an opportunity to bring our cameras over to share a little insight on one of our fellow businesses here in town.
So Mathnasium is a math-based learning center. It's an after-school program, math enrichment. What that means is students come in here to kind of gain confidence in math, level up their math skills. The unique thing about our center is we are one-on-one personalized instruction, which is kind of somewhat different from like a classroom-based setting or even private tutoring. We have our own curriculum that kind of builds on 20 plus years of experience across the world, and in the students, the key thing that when students come in they notice is they get to try out math at their own pace and at their own comfort levels, and we personalize not just the curriculum but also the instruction. So we are meeting kids where they are with math and bringing their confidence up.
There's a few students that we work with the teachers, and we'll kind of figure out what those gaps are in school and address them here and build upon their curriculum. So yeah, it is very individualized.
So Mathnasium is a franchise. What that means is they are like individually owned and operated, but the main thing we get is the structure on how to run a business. So the business side of things the franchise takes care of. So they are the reason we went with Mathnasium is because their experience, they are all over the world, like in not just in US but across the world, and they have been there for 25 plus years now, and there are more than at least 2,000 plus centers across the world, but it's locally operated, most of them are. And my emphasis on bringing to Milford is because we love the community. We are from the area, and kind of coming here was no brainer. We love to be in the Milford community. When I was a kid, I think TV used to be the main distractor. Like, you know, if a program is on and you have to study for a math test, you're distracted. Yeah. I think that distraction is a little bit more present now with social media and screens in your hands. But still, I think at the core of it, the challenges of what makes a learner engaged, it kind of remains the same. It's more on how we approach the student and how we present the topics and content. I think that's what we aim to address here, to kind of really focus on how to make math approachable and likable and let students fall in love with math, so that, you know, they, even there are distractions, if there is something they like, they put in the time and effort.
Like Vinay said, a lot of our kids like the littler kids like pizza math, so that's a big focus, but anything to get them engaged and make it feel fun has certainly been helpful. I tell kids, if you want to be a baker, if you want to be anything, you need to know math, at least the basics.
But what I really want to emphasize with math, learning math, is it kind of teaches you how to learn. Not just math, but any other skill. Like it kind of gives you the structure when you are presented with a difficult problem or something that you're not sure of. You kind of learn that structure on how to look at something that you don't know, break it down, and find the answer. I think more than math itself, it's that skill that is super critical, not just for your career, but I think it's in your day-to-day life. I know kids who are good with math are really confident with a lot of other things, and that's the reason is they can look at something that is challenging and break it down and approach it in a more confident way. We would love always like come in, and we can call us at our center phone number 774-260-6284. Because we are individualized and personalized, we want to know what they are looking for, what they want to really use us as a resource. So that means we don't have a structured plan built in that you will sign up. We will make one for you. That means You can sign up, schedule a meeting, and then use that time to really understand what your kids' needs are, and then kind of custom design a plan that, or like a program that works with the schedules, but also really helps students build that confidence. Easiest thing is to call us. We're also on mathnasium.com/MilfordMa. There's like a quick sign-up sheet that you can do as well, and you can learn more about our center. And beyond that, I think if you are in the area, just stop by. We always love seeing people.
And follow us on our socials. We have a Facebook, we have an Instagram at Mathnasium, Milford, Mass. So follow us there as well.
Look us up.
We have a nice certificate for you.
Thank you so much.
And welcome you to the neighbourhood, as they say. Welcome to Milford, and welcome as one of our newest members of the chamber.
Absolutely.
And we love to support. We get excited when we see someone that's giving back to the community, bringing value to the community. You know, the kids are going to be excited. Before they come here, they're kind of maybe stressed out a little bit about their math. They come here, they feel like they're relieved when they leave because they're getting the one-on-one, which is fabulous. So I appreciate that. I welcome you to town, and welcome. And all these great people are here to support you.
Thank you, Laura.
All right, and everybody spread the word for them too, because they do great stuff here. So our state representative Brian Murray couldn't make it today. He has a meeting at the State House, I believe, Sherry, right?
Yes.
So
yes,
he did give you a citation.
Awesome.
So I'll read this for you. It says, let me take my glasses off so I can read it. Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Mathnasium of Milford in recognition of the grand opening of a math learning centre with specially trained tutors to help pre-K to 12 students build confidence and mastery in mathematics. I like that, mastery, right? The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavours. And it's signed by the Speaker of the House, Ronald Mariano, and State Representative Brian Murray.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
this is, maybe I'll pass this on over to you.
Thank you.
All right, and this is like the official opening. Now for business for real.
Cheese.
All right, whenever you guys are ready.
All right, whenever you're ready, give that a cut.
Is this being cut?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do it kind of towards the back. And she wore a nice red shirt.
So a great new local business right here in the Milford community and right here in our very own Milford Square Plaza. Mathnasium, now open, now available, and a great resource to students across the greater Milford area. So check them out online or come on down here to Milford Square Plaza to check them out in person. And a big thank you to Chase Pettinelli for producing that piece for us this week. Moving on to our next top story, we start to put the focus on the Milford Public Schools. Recently, the schools held a Music in Our Schools night, a great opportunity for people to come down and learn more about all of the great resources for students interested in music across the Milford Public Schools. Dominique Charest-Champa produced the following piece for us tonight.
Abby Goodale. I teach K through 2 general music at Brookside, and we are here at Music in Our Schools night.
March is Music in Our Schools month, and it's a time to celebrate the fact that we get to have music in our schools, and we're very lucky here in Milford, especially at the K-2 level where our young students get to have music twice a week.
Music is important to me because music is fun to me, and also I want to go through life because I want to try to be my second job. I want to try to be a musician because Miss Goodale and Miss Anderson teach me well, and I kind of want to be a musician like them too.
Music in our schools night gives us the opportunity to share with families what our day-to-day music classes look like, the curriculum that we teach, how we teach it, and it's kind of just a look inside a day in the music classroom.
It's really important to keep music in our schools because it's another way to use our brain for learning. And music is a creative outlet. I know a lot of students spend a lot of time on their tablets, learning. There's not a lot of movement that happens, and it's just a great way for them to express themselves through creativity. They get to move around and create and share.
Learning happens in the classroom every day. The way we introduce songs, the way we introduce skills and build on it all year long is something that doesn't often get seen. So by hosting a family music night, families get to walk in their students' shoes quite literally, and we go through the learning process just as it would look in the classroom. And it gives them a chance to see what that feels like and what it looks like.
We are lucky in that with our two K2 sister schools, we have the opportunity for all 4 of our music teachers to work together for various events. And it kind of just gives us an opportunity to learn from each other and to share with each other. And it just, it's a very good environment to collaborate in.
We had a fantastic family music night at Memorial School. We had a lot of families come and we had a very high engagement. The room was really loud and energetic, and it might sound like chaos to some people, but for music teachers, it's kind of music to our ears because that's when learning really happens. We had families who were engaged and participating and doing dances right along with our students, and a lot of excitement. And I love that kind of energy, and it was just a lot of fun to connect with our families that way.
My favorite part about tonight is that we played a lot of games, and my favorite game was that we used a stretchy band with the funny music about Daddy Yankee, and that we did the types of like movements. And I also liked the part when we did Apple Tree, and we did the parts with different type of music. I think the teacher did really well. I want to shout out to Miss Anderson and Miss Goodale for teaching us, for having double music to help us learn music. And my teacher's name is Mrs. Bemis, and her assistant is Miss McGrath. Good job, Miss Goodell and Miss Anderson.
If you joined us on our last edition of the Milford Informer in February, we had an opportunity to present to you a special behind-the-scenes sneak preview of Stacy Middle School's musical performance of Mary Poppins Jr. Well, we're back once again with another musical sneak preview. This time, it's the kids over at Milford High School getting ready to raise the curtain on their production of The Addams Family. Our producers, Dominique and Chase, were out in the field once again to produce the following sneak preview.
This year we're doing the Addams Family musical. I'm really glad that we get to do this one. It's a big name. I love doing musicals people recognize. It's been super fun. I'm so excited to perform.
I feel like everyone knows the Addams Family. It's a fun show. You know, we've been working really hard, but obviously at this time of the year, it's 2 weeks away from opening night, so it's getting a little stressful, but we've been managing, and I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good show.
This year we chose the Addams Family because there was kind of a resurgence of the Addams Family in like pop culture with the TV show Wednesday, and we thought that it would bring in a big audience and get people really excited to see a show that they've seen on TV, also on stage.
So I play Morticia Addams. Morticia is the mom of the family. She is seen as very stoic. She's kind of like the leader of the family, but she also loves her husband and she loves her kids and she just wants to do what's best for them. I say I relate most to Morticia, not like personality-wise, but I just think that she's like really funny And I like to say that I'm funny. I don't really know.
I'm Gomez Addams. I'm the dad, and it's super fun getting to play this like dad trying to fit in with the normal world. I'm having a blast.
I've loved the Addams Family since I was little, so I've always connected with Wednesday. My grandma, she always related me to her because I kind of dressed like that, I guess. Rehearsals have been going really great. We have a big group of cast and crew here who are working really hard, and they're really excited and dedicated to their roles. And the rehearsal process, although long and sometimes stressful, is really fun and really enjoyable, and everything's been going pretty great.
It's really fun. We kind of build a community, especially cast and crew. Even though we're not together a lot of the times, we do have a good bond. And after every show we have cast parties, and those are really fun.
It's been fun to bond over this show, and the teachers are awesome too. They really provide good support for everybody and help us get through this stressful time.
Everybody here is friends, so we're all in this together. And I'm glad that Lando's our producer. She's got experience. She knows what's best for us.
The teachers are amazing. They're supportive. They're there to help. The actors, so far I've heard them, they sound amazing. They're really good. Everybody's super nice. Everybody's really supportive of one another, and it's great working with MHSCW. A lot of actors have some new opportunities in the show, and so a chance to see a lot of actors that I've seen since freshman year kind of grow into these really just amazing performers and captivating performers kind of take their stage for the first time is really quite exciting. And so I am really excited to see some of these students kind of take their own and show off a little for the first time.
This is the first time I've got a lead role in a high school play. Last year I was in the ensemble, and so going from being in the ensemble to a lead is a pretty big jump, especially memorizing lines and stuff. But it's been really good, and I think we've all put in a lot of hard work, and I'm super excited for everyone to come see the show.
You should come see the Addams Family because we've all worked really hard, and it's going to be awesome. I get to fence on stage with my friend Ike. It's a lot of fun. I love making people laugh, and it's a really funny musical.
We've been working super hard on the choreography and on the music, and I'm super excited for everyone to see those.
You should come see the Addams Family because it helps us, it supports us, it's super fun, it's pretty cheap. Come support the high school. They have so much dialogue and so much music and dance to memorize, and these students put in so much effort on and off the stage, and they really deserve to have a big audience to come see them perform. So the Addams Family here at Milford High School is being performed March 27th and 28th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium, and March 29th at 3 p.m. in the auditorium. You can buy tickets here at the door, $10 for students and seniors, $15 for adults, or you can go online to the website www.curate.com, CUR8.com, and look up Milford Public Schools, and our show will come up there, and you can buy them ahead of time. But we definitely take tickets at the door as well.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
If you have never seen the Addams Family musical before, I can tell you personally it is a hilarious show, great music, great entertainment, and the MHS kids have been working hard putting this performance together. So if you're joining us on our premiere airtime for this edition of the Milford Informer, the Addams Family is performing all weekend long over at the MHS Auditorium, so get your tickets, head down to the auditorium, and make sure you check out the Addams Family performed by Milford High School. Well, that is going to wrap things up for this edition of the Milford Informer. Just a quick programming heads up as we get into the spring season. As you know, we will be locked and loaded with tons of coverage for the next couple of months. We are about to begin our coverage of the Milford High School spring sports season next week. We'll have some boys lacrosse action. Weather permitting, we might have some baseball action for you as well. And it launches a very busy schedule of Milford High School sports over the next couple of months. We'll very quickly throw the schedule on screen for you as we wrap things up here tonight. As you can see, plenty of baseball, softball, girls and boys lacrosse, and boys volleyball action for you in the next couple of months, really jam-packed. We'll also quickly come up on the senior events for the class of 2026. We also have one more Claflin Hill performance coming up for you. We have annual town meeting coverage that will be live across our platforms coming up in May. So as always, spring is a tremendously busy month here in the Milford community, and we'll have all of that covered for you here on Milford TV across all of our platforms. So make sure you check out all of that great coverage coming up in the next couple of weeks. That's going to wrap things up for this month's edition of the Milford Informer. As always, we thank you so much for joining us. And from all of us here at Milford TV, this is Tim Coet saying have a great week. So long, everybody.